Good morning and welcome to TryHard Reading Corner 21. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm going for a casual look. If you can't tell, I got my sweatshirt on, got my bun on. It looks like a little donut. I love it. But I hope everything's going well for you. Today's art, I painted these shapes. I was kind of going for like a stained glass vibe. Does it give you that? Am I doing my job? I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna add it to the wall because it's colorful and fun. So that's what I'm doing. It's been added. So what have I been up to? My brother was a homie and he let me borrow his Wii U. So I've been like working on my Mario Kart skills for sure. I'm not where I want to be or need to be, but I'm working very hard at it. Who's your go-to like Mario Kart person? Because mine is Yoshi because he's so cute and lovable. And then aside from Yoshi, I love the little toad. But like the people I cannot stand, Bowser is just slow and clunky, and then like the Waluigi and Wario, ooh, they creep me out. I don't like them. I like the side characters better than the main characters. But I've been working on that a lot. Not a lot, but when I need some fun time, or like especially like when it was snowy and I couldn't go outside, I did that for sure. And then it made me think, like, do you children know what Dance Dance Revolution is? Not just dance, Dance Dance Revolution, where like there's a board or like a little pad and it's like arrows and you like step on like the up arrow, the side arrows. That is the best. That is a jam. I don't have it. I really want it. But that is so fun. That's a really great video game too. I like the video games where like brings people together. I really don't like playing a video game by myself. I'd rather like beat my brother in something, or you know, one of those fun things. But yeah, it's been cool. It's been good. I like Mario Kart. I'm working on that for sure. I also love candles, and I'm running low on my stash, so I don't know what to do about that. I like good smelling things. If you can't tell, like in my room or my classroom, like I got all the smelly plugins. Like I do not like bad smells. I think that's like one of my biggest pet peeves is if I have something in my teeth and then like if I smelled bad. Because like, what if nobody told you you smell bad and you just went smelling bad the whole day? That'd be horrible. A good friend check is if you got a friend that will nicely let you know, yo, you're smelling a little funky, you need to take a shower. That's a good friend test right there. That is authentic friendship. Faux show. I'm gonna see if there's some questions I can answer. Kind of doing a little randomness today. We shall see what I shall answer. Have you ever slipped on a banana peel? No, but like that should go on a bucket list. I feel like you need to. I think everybody just needs to. It looks slippery. Like there's a reason oh my gosh, in Mario Kart, there's a reason there are banana peels. I mean, it's not like some easy bada boom, bada bing thing. What is your favorite type of seafood? I like me some shrimp. Shrimp is good. I like shrimp. I like cocktail shrimp too. Like, I don't know if this is a thing for you guys, but like Christmas Eve, my family always does like soups. And so like, we'll like have soups after like the Christmas Eve service, or I can't remember what we do, but we have soup, and then we always get like a veggie tray and then like a shrimp platter. We go all out. We love ourselves some shrimp for sure. What good habits have you recently developed? Okay, I have to say, like, I'm becoming like outdoorsy. I know, it's crazy. But what I like to do now, like with my new schedule, is like I will wake up crazy early and work. And I wait until like the sun is like really out, and then like kind of as a reward for myself after I've like lesson planned and prepped and stuff, is I like to, you know, like that afternoon when the sun is really out, I love to be outside. And it's funny because like I really wasn't an outdoorsy person growing up. Like I would do things outside. It's not like I had an irrational fear of being outside, but like I don't like don't like being sweaty. I don't like being dirty. And this is probably the worst part, I don't like mosquito bites or like bugs crawling around me and stuff like that. And I mean, like yesterday, like I spent a good chunk of my evening just outside. Like I sat out in the sun. I had like a picnic in the sun. I lesson planned and did some workout in the sun. I caught up with some family and stuff. Like I think the sun is giving me superpowers. And my housemates have told me, they're like, when you go outside, like you're so much happier when you do that. So gotta get all that nourishment and vitamins you can get from the sun. But it's just been beautiful. And then I like went for a walk. That was awesome. And yeah, like I like the outdoors. I think that is going to be like a good habit I might take from this quarantine, is the outdoors is giving me life. You know, I mean, I know this can be a really hard time, but imagine if we were trapped in here during like November, December, January, when it was like really snowy, really cold and gross outside. Like I think we would be feeling it a little bit more and going even crazier. But now I just want to like learn things. Like I've attempted to learn tennis, frolfing, frisbee golfing. That's a good social distancing workout with the fam, you know? But there are some like quirky sports made for everybody that like I'm going to try out. I'm very excited about this. Also, I've started a new puzzle, and it's a Santa puzzle, and it's a bit of a doozy. Here, let me show you what it looks like. Look at this bad boy. Do you see that? Look at all these Santas. 1,000 piece. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we are trying it. I think I need a big cup of coffee. I need like an amazing playlist, and I'm just gonna puzzle building all this stuff. But like, look at this little details and stuff everywhere. This is the funny part, is we had one like normal human any time of the year puzzle, and then the rest we only have Christmas puzzles. So I guess it's gonna be like Christmas in July puzzle wise in my house. But what hobbies are you guys doing? Right? Are you like Michelangelo now and sculpting and painting upside down? Or do you know how to use a pogo stick? Or what are those? Oh my goodness, I feel like an old lady. Those board things, hoverboards. I don't trust myself with a hoverboard. The only thing I think I would trust myself in doing is like, I've seen people like, they'll lay on them and do like a sneaky snake thing and snake around the house. I might do that just cause like, if it's unstable, I can just flop over. But I've seen too many people completely like fall on their backs, or I've seen people like put holes in the wall. And I know somehow I'm probably gonna do both if I stand on those things. But they look so cool. But like, what are you doing? You going outside? You like nature too? Sports are good. But yeah, I hope you're like staying busy and doing fun things. But like, I think I like nature now. I mean, I saw God in nature is beautiful. It's just, I don't think I appreciated it as much. And so that's kind of a cool takeaway from this time, is like, wow, like nature's great. The squirrels are super active. My mom gave me a great idea. She's like, you know what? You should really get a picnic table for them. And I really want one, but I don't know how to build a picnic table. Maybe that's my next hobby. I don't know. I really want a pet or a plant, but I can't because I don't want to kill it, you know? So maybe like, if I'm like a squirrel foster picnic parent, maybe that could be a thing. I won't be responsible. I won't like have to put him to bed and, you know? So like maybe I'm going to befriend a squirrel or something. They do scare me though. There's a lot of them out and about, and I feel like they've gained this new like confidence of like, we're outside all the time and you're not, and there's just a lot of them. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm doing a Christmas puzzle. Today's a Wayside day, which means we're gonna read from a book, favorite Wayside. Let's see what we read. We read about Ron and the kickball, and how Kathy likes no one, and how there's no 19th story because there's no 19th story at Wayside. So we're gonna read chapter 22 and 23. Look at this, we're finishing it up. This is what we got left. I think there's like 30 chapters total. Yeah, we're doing this. Chapter 22, the three Erics. In Mrs. Jewell's class, there are 3 children named Eric. Eric Fry, Eric Bacon, and Eric Ovens. They were known throughout the school for being fat. Eric Fry sat in the end of the room. Eric Bacon sat in the middle of the room, and Eric Ovens sat in the other end of the room. There was a joke around Wayside School that if all 3 Erics were on the same side of the room at any time, the whole school would tip over. Eric Bacon hated jokes like that. That's not surprising. After all, he wasn't even fat. In fact, he was the skinniest kid in Mrs. Jewell's class, but nobody seemed to notice. The other 2 Erics were fat, and so everyone just thought all the Erics were fat. But I'm not fat, Eric Bacon insisted. Well, what's your name? Said Jason. Eric, said Eric Bacon. Then you're fat, Jason concluded. And pretty soon, skinny little Eric Bacon, the skinniest kid in Mrs. Jewell's class, had the nickname Fatso. Eric Fry really was fat. He was also the best athlete in Mrs. Jewell's class. His body was solid muscle. However, no one ever noticed. The other 2 Erics weren't very good at sports. Eric Ovens was clumsy. Eric Fatso Bacon was a good athlete for his size, but because he was so skinny, he didn't really have much power. So naturally, everyone just assumed that Eric Fry was also really clumsy and weak. After all, his name was Eric. Whenever the other kids chose their teams, Eric Fry was the last one to be picked. They never noticed his home runs or his fabulous catches he made. Like all the great athletes, he made the impossible look easy. So of course, the other kids did notice the one time that he did drop the ball. Eric Fry was playing right field. Terrence belted a deep fly to the left. Eric Fry raced all the way across the field after the ball and at the last second dived at it. He caught it in the midair on his fingertips, but as he hit the ground, the ball squirted loose. Well, what do you expect from Butterfingers, said Stephen. And since that time, Eric Fry had now had the nickname Butterfingers. Eric Ovens was the nicest kid in Mrs. Jewell's class. He treated everyone equally and always had a kind word to say. But because his name was Eric, everybody thought he was mean. Fatso was mean because everybody called him Fatso. Butterfingers was mean because he always had to play right field. So naturally, everyone just assumed that Eric Ovens was also mean, so they called him Crabapple. Good morning, Allison, said Eric Ovens. How are you? Lay off, Crabapple, will ya? Answered Allison. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. All 3 Erics had nicknames. It was better that way. Otherwise, they would say, hey, Eric, and no one knew to whom he was talking to. One time, all the Erics would answer, and the next time, none of them would answer. But when someone said, hey, Crabapple, then Eric Ovens knew they were talking to him. And if someone said, hey, Butterfingers, Eric Fry knew they meant him. And when they said, hey, Fatso, Eric Bacon knew that he was being called. Here's a fun idea. No mean nicknames. I think the only one I would like is Butterfingers, but like if you were naming me after the candy bar, not because of my ability to catch a baseball. But the 3 Erics, poor guys. Chapter 23, Allison. Allison had pretty blonde hair and always wore a sky blue windbreaker. Her windbreaker was the same color as her eyes, and her best friend was Rondi. Rondi had blonde hair too, but she was missing her 2 front teeth. Allison had all of her teeth. Allison used to say that she knocked Rondi's teeth out. Allison was very pretty, and so all the boys in Mrs. Jewell's class teased her, especially Jason. But Allison said, leave me alone or I'll knock your teeth out like I did Rondi's. And the boys didn't bother her after that. One day, Allison brought a tangerine for lunch. She took the peel off in one piece. Miss Mush, the lunch teacher, walked up to her. Allison, may I have your tangerine, she asked. Miss Mush always gave food to the children, so Allison was happy to give her tangerine to Miss Mush. Miss Mush shoved it in her mouth and swallowed it in less than 4 seconds. She didn't even chew it. Allison left the lunchroom and walked down to the library. The lunchroom was on the 15th story. The library was on the 7th. Allison already had her book. She just went to the library because it was nice and quiet there. The librarian walked up to Allison. What are you reading? She asked. Allison told her the name of the book. Sounds like a really good book, said the librarian. I've never read that one. Can I borrow it? The librarian always lent books to children. Allison was glad to be able to return the favor. She gave the librarian the book and then walked down the stairs and outside to the playground. All of Allison's friends were playing freeze tag. Allison didn't feel like playing. She reached into the pocket of her sky blue windbreaker and took out a tennis ball. She bounced it a couple of times on the ground. Louis came up to her. Hey, Allison, he said, may I play with your tennis ball? Louis always gave different recess equipment to the children. Allison happily gave her ball to Louis. Louis threw the ball all the way to the other side of the playground and then he went chasing after it. As Allison didn't feel like doing anything, Jason ran up and tagged her. You're frozen, he said. Get out of here before I knock your teeth out, said Allison. Jason shrugged his shoulders and left. Allison went back inside and up the 30 flights of stairs to Mrs. Jewell's room. The lunch period wasn't over yet, but Allison didn't feel like doing anything else. She had given her food to the lunch teacher, her book to the librarian, her ball to the art teacher, and so she just went inside her room. Mrs. Jules was there. "Oh, Allison, I'm glad you're here," said Mrs. Jules. "I'm having trouble with the arithmetic problem. Maybe you can help." "Sure," said Allison. Mrs. Jules always helped the children with their problems. She was happy to help. "How do you spell chair?" asked Mrs. Jules. "C-H-A-I-R, said Allison. "Yes, that's right," said Mrs. Jules. "I knew it wasn't C-H-R-E, but I couldn't remember what it was." "That's not an arithmetic problem," said Allison. "That's spelling." "Oh, yeah, you're right again," said Mrs. Jules. "I always get those two mixed up." The bell rang and the lunch period was over. Allison could hear the other children running up the stairs. "Allison," said Mrs. Jules, "you've learned a very important secret today, and I don't want you to tell any of the other children, not even Rondi." "What was that?" asked Allison. She didn't even know that she had learned a secret. She loved secrets. "You learned that children are really smarter than their teachers," said Mrs. Jules. "Oh, that's not a secret," said Allison. "Everybody knows that." I like that one. Can you hear that noise? There's this orange truck out front of my house. Sounds like a mower. And I think they're chopping down trees for phone wires. But I think I found what my next entertainment thing is I think I might watch them and see what happens, right? Gotta entertain yourself in some way. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. I miss you. I care about you. I love you. I'm proud of you. Did I say I miss you? I miss you guys. I really miss you. I hope everything is going well. Reach out to me if you have questions or concerns. But yeah, we're making good progress, people. Look at that. Oh my word. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep up the good work. See you guys.